I knew this was going to be my favorite day of the trip, I just didn't know that it was going to end in a complete disaster. This whole road trip started because one of Kevin's best friends was getting married in Utah, but after the wedding, we decided to keep the adventure going and spend a few days exploring Colorado Springs, the place that Kevin grew up but the rest of us had never experienced. Our first stop today was at Pikes Peak, America's mountain. We started surrounded by beautiful forests and eventually climbed above the trees until it honestly looked like the road was disappearing straight into the sky. It felt like we were driving into heaven. We stopped for a family hike on the way up, and every turn somehow had an even better view than the last. When we finally reached the summit, one of my favorite things was seeing the monument honoring the song America the Beautiful. We learned that Catherine Lee Bates was standing right here on Pikes Peak when she found the inspiration for the song, and looking out across the mountains and valleys below, I completely understood why. So we spent a little bit more time exploring the summit, but before long, the elevation really did start to catch up to us. We all became lightheaded and dizzy, but mostly when we just went into the store, so that's a big heads up if you ever go there. On our way back into town, we made a fun stop at the local gem shop where everyone found a few treasures to take home. But the highlight of the entire day was dinner. We spent the evening at Flying W Ranch, Chuckwagon, supper, an original Western show, and I can honestly say that this was one of my favorite experiences of our entire trip. We got there early so that we could explore the ranch before dinner, and the kids loved seeing the buffalo, riding the mini train, practicing their lasso skills, petting miniature horses, and watching the Native American demonstrations. But then it was time for dinner. Everything was so well organized, and we all grabbed our food, found our seats, and then the live Western music show began. The performers were hilarious, incredibly talented, and had everyone laughing and singing all night long. Even if country music isn't your thing, I think you still have a really good time. I'll be sharing a full review video soon because there are so many helpful tips that families should know before visiting. But unfortunately, our perfect day didn't have the perfect ending. When we got back to the hotel, the blackout blinds that had fallen in our room that morning were still on the floor. If you've ever traveled with kids, you know that blackout curtains are pretty much essential. We had reported the issue before leaving that morning, and they told us that they would fix it before we came back. But when we came back, they were still on the floor. There wasn't another room that could fit our family of 6. Instead, we had to pack everything up and split into 2 separate king rooms that were across the hall from each other. That was definitely not how we wanted to end such an incredible day, but I also have to give a huge shout out to the front desk employee helping us that night. He was so kind, genuinely apologetic, and looked into every possible solution, including calling a nearby sister hotel and even comped one of our nights. None of this was his fault, but the way that he cared for our family made a big difference to us. Tomorrow, we're visiting one of the most iconic places in all of Colorado Springs, and Kevin is taking us back through his neighborhood, schools, and the places that shaped his childhood before moving away to California. We'll see you tomorrow on day 7.